Welcome back. It's time for a Rabe review. There's a new show on HBO Max about the life of a stand-up comic. In fact, it's about a legendary female comic who might be getting pushed out of her Las Vegas residency for a younger, hipper acts like Pentatonix. The show is called Hacks. All right, I love this show. Jean Smart, legendary Jean Smart, who I've loved since Designing Women, plays the fictional Deborah Vance, whose character I somewhat compare to like a Joan Rivers type, okay? Like a Joan Rivers type stand-up comedian. She's trying to keep her show going in Las Vegas. Then her agent sends in a young female millennial comic to help refresh Deborah's material. Well, I think you can see where this is all going. Let's take a look at the Hacks trailer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the queen of Sin City, Miss Deborah Vance, y'all.
You guys are gonna have a fabulous time.
2,500 shows. What do you have to say?
Well, I'll tell you what I have to say.
Eat your heart out, Celine! Pentatonix? Did you know about this? Marty wants to cut my dates. He said he needs to appeal to a younger crowd. You need to do something about this, Jimmy. Damien! Need you to go to the computer store!
When you talk that sweet talk, I'm more like one on fire.
You can't get me a meeting to write on anything.
Deborah Vance is intrigued by the idea of you writing jokes for her.
The QVC moo-moo lady.
They're caftans.
You told me to, interrupt you when more important clients call.
I'm on fire.
I'm sending you to Las Vegas.
Why are you here? I got a call this morning saying that you wanted to meet.
Well, Jimmy sent you against my wishes. Good luck with your career, honey.
How's it going in Vegas? You and Deborah Vance, Thelma and Louise yet, or what?
No, but I do want to drive off a cliff. Okay, you ready to do some work? Let's see. Feet, toes, pedicure.
Wow. It's like watching Picasso sing.
You mean paint?
No.
Make some noise for the OG female comedian, Deborah Vance.
I can't believe this is what she's doing today. Is it seriously worth it?
Worth about 100 grand and some stock.
100 grand?
And some stock.
It's gonna be hard to work together if we can't communicate.
We don't work together. You work for me.
You're making it really hard.
You don't know what hard is. You got plucked off the internet at what, 20? You just got lucky.
I'm also good.
Good is the minimum. It's the baseline. Oh, good, my ride's here.
Wait, you're leaving me here?
Yep. This is late night, and yes, I am a woman. I know it's very confusing. My accountant didn't even know what to put on my tax return, so he just wrote mouthy broad. When you share a sense of humor with someone, you make each other better. When you get big, there's no sense of excitement, no risk that people are gonna hate you.
Oh, come on. Plenty of people can still hate you.
That was good.
This show is so good. There's 10 episodes. Jean Smart, of course, is amazing. She's had like a renaissance revival of her career. She just can do no wrong, in my opinion. And the girl who plays the millennial comedian, Hannah Einbinder, I just learned something that kind of blew my mind. She is the daughter of Laraine Newman. Laraine Newman was one of the original Saturday Night Live cast members with like Jane Curtin and Gilda Radner. So Laraine Newman, famous comedian on SNL, that's her daughter. I had no clue. And she, let me tell you, she plays this character so well. Do you know how many people I know just like her character? Almost that, I don't want to be rude, but there are some people I know, that just millennial, like, hey, I'm good, I deserve $1 million right now. And it's like, you just got out of college. What do you got to, pay your dues a little bit. So good. Also, Caitlin Olsen, who I adore, plays Jean Smart's Deborah Vance's daughter. Amazing. And by the way, the reason I said she reminds me of the Joan Rivers type is because this character, Deborah Vance, was going to be the first woman to have her own late-night show, like a Johnny Carson. It reminds me of when Joan Rivers would fill in for Carson, and she got her show, and then she had that famous split with Carson. He got very mad at her for leaving, and she got her own show. But what I'm trying to get to is the special effects, because I've known Jean Smart since Designing Women, which was late 80s, early 90s. The special effects of her to make her look like a 20-something was really good. I was like, what is the budget for this show? They're making Jean Smart look like she's 20 with long hair. You kind of got an example of it in that clip, but they show lots of footage from her comedic days, you know, as a youngster, and it's Jean Smart, young, and it's amazing. There are 10 episodes in this. I've seen all 2. I got my last 2 screeners yesterday. Episodes, I believe, 7 and 8 come out tomorrow, Thursday, and then in a week, episodes 9 and 10 come out. I just think it's good. It's funny. It's character-driven. You like the characters. You kind of love to hate them sometimes. Fun show. It is adult. Lots of cursing, a lot of adult situations. But I find it fascinating, and I think Jean Smart is amazing. So check out Hacks on HBO Max. Oh, there's also a new limited series about the life of fashion designer Halston. It's on Netflix. Ewan McGregor stars as Halston. It's only 5 episodes. It's limited. And if you know anything about the life of Halston, you're going to know where the story goes. And I'll just say, the story is sad. It's depressing. I knew where it was going, but I couldn't stop watching. Take a look at the trailer.
I have a vision. I'm gonna change the face of American fashion.
Words like violence break the silence, come crashing into my little world, painful to me.
What we need is to figure out your signature.
Can't you?
What's gonna make me see some gorgeous woman and say, that's a Halston? I've been an outsider my whole life.
My wife, she thinks you're a genius. I think that's a dangerous word. I think once you call yourself a genius, you stop growing.
Halston for your everyday. Halston for your world.
Vaughn, I know you. The one thing you don't know how to do is stop.
Halston, listen to me. You're obsessing over all the wrong things.
There are 2 things that you'll never have: my talent and my name.
I think you see the writing on the wall.
Halston's in building mode.
What more is there to build?
Do you ever feel like everything you have could disappear in an instant?
Oh my goodness, this show is so depressing. I had to watch it in stages because I know how it ends. The performances are fantastic. Krista Rodriguez as Liza Minnelli, great. She actually sings in the first episode, that's Liza with a Z, not Lisa with an S, because Lisa with an S goes, not Z. She does it like spot on. I've seen Liza perform that, and she does it spot on. It's a very adult show. It is set in a decade where they say a lot of things that we would not say today. So just be prepared. Very adult. Great sets, great costumes. I mean, they go to Studio 54. I also want to say, you will see in the beginning of the 5 episodes, a young assistant with Halston. They work together, and he gets fired for drug use, I believe. And it turns out that person is famed director Joel Schumacher. Joel Schumacher worked with Halston, left, got clean, went to Hollywood, and is directing movies. And you see him with Halston in this, and it's like, that's Joel Schumacher. What in the world? So it's very cool to see all the people that he had relationships with. I don't get the self-destructive pattern. Like it's bad business decision after bad business decision after bad business decision. He had nobody looking out for him. He actually sold his name. He didn't even own his name when he died. It's very sad. But he did do something ahead of his time. He created an everyday wear line for JCPenney in the early 80s. And the fashion world shunned him because of this. And now when you look ahead, you have every designer now doing ready-to-wear lines at, Walmart, Kmart, Sears. So he's very ahead of his time. It's just a very sad ending to the life of Halston. I do want to move on now because just yesterday, the Critics' Choice Real TV Award nominations were announced. I'm very happy to say I was on several nominating committees this year, and it took about a month and a half to watch all the screeners and nominate. I just wanted to point out a few of the nominees this year on some of the committees that I was on. You can find all of the nominees at criticschoice.com. Best Culinary Show, Amy Schumer Learns to Cook, Magnolia Table with Joanna Gaines, Nailed It, which I love, I reviewed it, Taste the Nation with Padmala, I can't even say her name, and Top Chef. You know how I love Nailed It a lot. The next category, let's look at Best Lifestyle Home and Garden. Just look at these and then look at the very bottom, Selling Sunset. Just so you guys know, I was texting with the ladies of Selling Sunset last night to tell them, and I've heard back from Chriselle, Davina, and Maya, and I'm still waiting to hear back from Christine and Mary and Heather. But I know they're busy. You know, when you get to be superstars like that, you kind of forget about the little people. But they were all very happy about their nominations. By the way, the winners of the Real TV Critics' Choice Awards will be announced on June 21st. I can't wait to see who wins. And it was always a blast watching all of these shows, reviewing them for you, and then casting my ballot for the best in reality TV. All right, we have so much more fun on Ozarks Fox Day, and please don't go anywhere because we're cooking burgers in the next hour.
It's simple as can be. See,
Liza! I love this song.
Now, if my name were Ada, I'd be Ada. Even backwards,